Alright, so it'll be your radios. Once he lands, we'll tell him that we're going to line up and wait, runway 18. And then when we say that we're going to depart the runway, so we'll say that we're taking off runway 18 with
to northeast.
Northeast. Left turn out to the northeast.
Okay.
And when I say heading checks, all you just say is check.
Check. And I will say the airspeed.
Yes. I'll say set thrust. You're going to say thrust set.
Yes, thrust set. And
take your hand off of it. And then you'll say the speed, rotation.
Positive way, you say gear up.
Roger.
Pick up.
Yep. Like that. Here he comes. He must be doing a short field landing.
Looks like it.
Nice.
Make a call.
Roger.
Central traffic King 567 Golf Juliet, lining out and wait on 18 Central here.
Central traffic 24 kilo, crosswind over runway 18 Central. Central traffic is Central uniform, clear runway 18, taxi back 18 Central.
Alright, you can make the announcement.
Central traffic King 567 Golf Juliet, taking off on 18 left turn, departing to the northeast Central here.
Heading checks?
Check.
Thrust.
Central traffic 24 kilo, downwind of runway 18 Central.
And 80 knots. VMC, rotate. And positive rate.
Gear up.
Left face off from 18 0. Central traffic, Central uniform, take off runway 18 Central.
Central traffic here, 567 Golf Juliet, making a left turn, departing to the northeast Central here.
Central traffic, this is 704 Juliet Romeo, is about 4 east of the airport at 2,000 feet, going to enter up 45 to the downwind runway 18 Centralia.
That's about the climb checklist.
Okay. Ground power.
Set.
Propeller.
39 uniform on departure 18.
Propeller, synchro, phaser, on.
And auto feather.
Off.
Engine instruments.
Check.
Cabin side.
Check.
And climb checklist complete.
Roger.
Traffic filter 20 is about 5 miles north. We'll be flying over the airfield, then going to for left gate runway 20.
Alright, so I'm going to put autopilot on and nav.
We're up to 16.
Yeah, let's do 16.5.
Number 7 Golf Juliet, contact Kansas City Center 124.3 and let them know your VFR cruising altitude today.
24.3 King 567 Golf Juliet.
And let them know our altitude, and then we're climbing up to 16,500.
Center, good morning, King 567 Golf Juliet with you, and 9,700 climbing to 16,500 feet, the destination 05 Charlie.
Number 567 Golf Juliet, Kansas City Center, FAM altimeter 3017.
3017, King 567 Golf Juliet. Even I think he will go with that to China.
Yeah? Cool. Yeah, I want to go there. I've always wanted to go, but I just never had the time, or I didn't have the ticket to be able to go. But now I can fly for free with the airline, and I can just head over and maybe spend a few days and then come back. So that'd be kind of neat.
And I think they will go to Hong Kong first, and then they will go to my university.
Yeah.
You're coming.
So, what will you do when you get back now? What's the next step for you after you finish the King Air training? You're gonna go back to China, but like, you still have classwork there? Or do you just go straight into like high performance jets or something?
I still have some class, and then I need to pass my ADPL.
Okay.
And
so written exams and
get my graduation for the university, and then I need to transfer my license from here to China. And I think that's all. Once I graduate from the university, I will back to my company.
Okay. So that'll probably take what, another year?
You mean until get the training?
Yeah, until you're all the way back to your company.
Yes.
So about another year, and you will be flying
6 months.
6 months to a year, and you'll be flying back with your company.
So probably just doing the initial training.
Okay.
Not to fly.
Yeah. All right.
Kansas City Center, Skylane.
It's a lot of work, right?
108.
A lot of education. But
Why you get so much candy?
you want it? You can have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They had them in the bowl there.
Yeah,
So I just take it.
I just grab one.
I grab a handful. Yep. It's a lot of work, but it's one of the most exciting jobs in the world, I think.
Is it?
It's challenging, but it's rewarding.
It's challenging only to take off and landing.
Yep. But it's awesome. It's an awesome life. I love it.
Yeah.
And I love being in the airline too. But I love instructing too, so I have the best of both worlds. I get to do two things that I love to do in aviation. I get to share it with others and teach other people about it, but then I also have the opportunity to get to go out and experience new things for myself with the airlines, getting to go to new destinations and take people, you know, to their vacations or to their work or whatever is necessary for them. So yeah, I love it. So in the last year and a half that you've been here at Griffith, flying all over, what's your favorite, most exciting, or unique place that you went to, destination, like place that you flew to? Either with an instructor or solo, it doesn't matter.
In the United States? The island.
Yeah. Did you go to Macron Island?
Yes.
Did you go there with Mike? Mike
yes,
Johnson?
with Mike. Long cross country. I told you.
It is so much fun.
Yes, it is.
So much fun.
And we're cruising at 9,000.
Okay. Went up there at 9,000. Who went with you?
What?
Who went with you?
I believe me and Mike and Joe.
Mike and Joe.
3 people.
Okay. Yeah. What did you buy anything on the island?
No, we just went to the restaurant, dip some fruit, and go back.
Yeah.
Because we need to go to the Burlington airport to grab something.
Okay. That's awesome.
3611 cross Pam, add and maintain for level 250.
Outside of aviation,
Yeah.
what's the coolest thing you've done in America when you've been here?
The coolest thing.
Yeah. The most memorable thing. When you go back to China, what's the thing you'll be like, other than flying? I know other than just the flying and everything else.
Actually, nothing. I want to try the skydive.
Why don't you? There's so many awesome experiences. I used to try to do fun stuff with my students. When I had full-time students, I'll go up and we would go to the auto show. We would go to different things like Chinatown in Chicago. Go visit some the Bean, different stuff downtown and stuff. Or just in the area. I'd go up with my. I took them up. We go 4-wheeling up at my parents' house in Michigan. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of neat things to do.
Go back next year towards the air show for the 2018.
Oh, yeah.
I missed this year. I don't want to miss next year.
Convoy 3650, contact Kansas City Center, 133.22.
The air show in China?
No, in here.
Oh, okay. Oh yes, Oshkosh is amazing.
I missed this year. I don't want to miss next year.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell Mike Johnson to take you there? You should have said, let's go. Let's do it.
Via the Arch 2 arrival.
But we don't have the air show right now.
Transition, St. Louis altimeter 3016.
Oh well. What can you do?
That's it.
Yeah, Oshkosh is amazing. Amazing experience. I love it.
You went to the air show this year, right?
Yeah, just for the day. I'd like to usually go for a couple days, but I wasn't able to this year.
Okay.
Alright, 1,000 to go.
15,500 feet. I mean, 16,500 feet.
So, when you get back to China, what's the very first thing you're going to do?
First thing?
The very first thing you want to do?
Go to sleep.
You're terrible, Simon. You're terrible.
I guess.
You can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
There must be something that you have been missing about your home, right?
To see my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
That's good.
I probably will go back to China end of this month, I think.
Yeah.
What's the day today?
The
7th.
I think it's 7th.
Yeah.
Where'd my phone go?
So,
Yeah, it's the 7th.
they told me it's 7 days to finish my high performance training.
Right.
So which is mean 14.
Yeah. So you'll go back home this month?
Yes. You wanna go with me?
Yes.
Really?
I want to see the Great Wall of China.
Okay, let's go.
And I want to see the soldiers, all the...
You haven't been to China before?
Never.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Because I'm not lucky like you.
What do you mean lucky? You wanna be an international student to China?
Yeah. I think you'd kick me out of the program though.
Alright, go ahead, the cruise checklist.
Yeah, cruise checklist.
And cruise power.
That.
And engine instruments.
Check.
And fuel quantity.
We've got 900 pounds both sides.
Okay. And fuel transfers.
Set.
Clear.
Okay. Cruise checklist complete.
Roger.
Are you hungry?
Not really.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm okay. I had a donut for breakfast. A little Krispy Kreme donut from Speedway. It's not healthy food at all.
What?
Bad food. But it's okay.
Remember, when's your first flight? Or first solo?
My very first flight was when I was about 11 years old. I went up with my grandpa in Lower Michigan, and we flew a little Cessna 150, little two-seater airplane.
Number 277 Romeo Sierra, Kansas City.
Similar to the ones that you guys started out in here, at Griffith anyway. And then I never flew again until I turned 18 years old. And I started flight lessons at Delta County Flight School, a little local flight school, and Cessna 172. And about a few months after I'd started lessons there, then I did my first solo in airplane. I still know the tail number, November 7974 X-ray. And I remember I took off and the airplane just shot up in the air because my instructor was, he was not a fat guy, but he was bigger, and you have the weight in a little airplane. That little bit of weight makes a lot of difference. So it shot up so fast, but when I was turning crosswind, it was a totally different spot than what I was used to. So the downwind was so much quicker than I was used to. and I'll never forget, I reached over to grab the power and pull the power back to slow down because I was going too fast, and I grabbed the mixture, and I pulled, and nothing happened. I looked, and I realized my hand is on the wrong thing, and I went, oh, thank goodness they have the lock, you know, the lock to stop you, or else I would have had the engine out in my very first pattern, and now I've never made that mistake again. I was so scared. My leg was like shaking. I was so nervous, but I was so excited, you know. It's such a thrilling experience to be able to go up and fly the airplane and not have the instructor right there.
Every first time is nervous.
Yeah, and so I landed it, did 3 laps around the pattern. All my landings were really good, and taxied back in, and congratulations and all that, and it was amazing. It was amazing, amazing experience landing runway 18 at Escanaba, so Echo Sierra Charlie. That was the airport.
Number 8388 uniform, go ahead.
88 uniform's going to climb to 5,500.
Yep.
Number 88 uniform, roger.
So that was my first experience. Who signed you off for your solo?
For my solo,
Yeah, who signed you off for it?
assign me.
Yeah, who's your instructor then?
Joe.
Joe?
Joe signed me off for the first solo, and I checked with Neil.
Okay.
And we just did 2 landings, and the first one is normal, the second one he just put back my power and let me to do the emergency landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did it well, okay. He said,
Can I see that keyboard for a second?
Delta, contact Indianapolis Center, 132.52.
you need that paper?
No, who do you get this from?
Number 918, Romeo Delta,
On this
contact Indianapolis
What's
Center,
that?
132.52.
Griffith.
32.
Griffith gets it, is that?
Yeah. 918 RD.
Runway 3366, descend via the
Got a lot of good information.
Yeah, it is.
Runway
A lot
12,
of.
transition, St. Louis altimeter 3016.
A lot of information can save your life.
Yeah. I didn't know we give these out.
Which one you're using?
Good idea. I don't have one now. I used to have one similar to this when I was in training.
Number 5, 4 Lima Hotel.
230, Commander 4866.
Hey, Mark. Yep.
Yeah.
Where are we going to lunch?
What time you taking?
Let's see here. Looks like I need to do about another hour.
0.6, and then I'm free.
South 730,
Okay.
900.
Up to flight level 290, Southwest 734.
Is he in up or is he in the sim?
Don't know how to fly.
Okay. Hey, Laura, you coming to lunch?
Where are you guys going?
I don't know, but I know the Donk's gonna go because he's not gonna wait an extra 20 minutes past noon.
Is this Ian?
Nah, this is Mark. I'm down. We just took off from Centralia and headed back into King Air.
Reporting King Air, bro.
What's that?
Oh, we're continuing.
Now you're gonna be in the video.
3610, connect to Indy Center 119.5.
Anything you would like to tell all the YouTube fans? Ladies and gentlemen, we are flying the beautiful King Air E-90. We have First Officer, soon to be Captain Simon here at the flight controls, and he wants to tell you a little bit about his aviation experiences in America, being trained at Griffith Mirabel 05 Charlie Airport. And action.
Actually nothing.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he's got nothing for you.
One thing is a little bit scared for me. I was from the 150 for the solo, and also that day was pretty gusting and probably 28 gusting, but it's straight onto the runway. And when I I was taking off and I look at my GPS and my ground speed is probably only have 30 knots. 30 knots. And also when I'm approaching to a runway, my ground speed is also 30 knots. And on a short final, then I still need to use full power.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah. When that wind is that strong, it's pretty crazy.
But anyway, it's straight down to a runway.
Nice.
Yes.
How was your landing?
Smooth. Because I'm
just
pretty
breeze
slow.
it on. You're nice and slow.
Yes.
Almost like a helicopter. You're just like
yes.
and land, and then your rollout is like nothing. You just land and you're almost stopped. Probably didn't even have to use brakes, right?
No, actually not. And when I was 10 miles on final, I think I need to probably take 30 minutes to the runway.
Wow.
Too slow.
That's funny. That's pretty cool.
Number 385.
Pretty cool experience.
I'm sorry, number 567 Golf Juliet, contact Chicago Center 135.75.
35.75, King 567 Golf Juliet. Chicago Center, good morning, King 567 Golf Juliet with zero level at 16,400 feet.
King Air 567 Golf Juliet, Chicago Center, good morning, Champaign altimeter 3012.
3012, King Air 567 Golf Juliet.
3012, set left.
And 100 miles left.
That's great. So, what part of China do you live in?
South.
South of China?
South.
What's the name of the city?
Shenzhen.
Shenzhen?
It's nearby Hong Kong. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hong Kong is my hometown.
So, the weather there is
It's hot.
nice.
Always hot.
Yeah.
Always hot.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if the winter, the minimum temperature is probably around 10.
Okay. So a lot of people maybe vacation in that area?
Not that area. Probably they are going to the Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Hong Kong's cleaner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice city.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll have to visit Hong Kong someday. First I want to visit the university, maybe the Great Wall, and then the Kadi soldiers, all the
Beijing.
yeah, all the history and all fun stuff. We'll see. So, is there nice beaches by where you are? Like
That's it.
good lakes to go swimming in and water sports?
You mean here?
No, by your hometown. Since it's always warm, did people
yes.
go swimming a lot, use the water sports?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard his story. Captain Simon landed in strong, gusty headwinds, but he mastered it. That's good stuff. No, every hour in the air is another experience you learn. That's the good thing about a good aviator. You're always learning. You're always being vigilant. And every time I go flying, there's something new to either learn or to experience. Just like this, it's beautiful out today. Just the.
You want to take a picture?
Flying. I'm getting a picture with this guy. No. It's nice. You can take a couple pictures.
Cherokee 5504 Golf, Chicago Center, hello, the left side altimeter is 3010.
A lot of times when you have passengers, you'll do the same thing. Even though you're IFR, you'll go around the build-ups because when you hit the clouds going the speed, especially the speed of a jet, this airplane doesn't go nearly as fast as a jet, but a jet's going, twice this fast, and it can jolt them pretty good. So a lot of times if it's just build-ups like what we have here, you'll just go around.
Eastbound, altitude gauge 8,600, I'll keep you updated.
We have 51.6 now.
Roger.
You have 0.5 left.
See the lake?
I see that. Everybody up.
Yeah, King 567 Golf Juliet. It's about 8 miles to the southwest of Cedar Lake, descending down through 9,500, headed over to Boone. Alright, I think I can cheat it around to the right here.
Do you want to cancel 540?
Let me see here.
I guess they're both feel inside.
And Griffith's right over there. Yeah, we've got Griffith. So you can go ahead and tell her that we have field in sight and we'd like to cancel flight following it this time.
Okay. And Chicago Center, King Air 567 Golf Juliet, we have field inside request cancel 548.
King Air 567 Golf Juliet, Roger, radar service is terminated and clock 1200 change to advise the frequency is approved. Have a good day.
Okay, frequency transfer approved. Scott, we have a good day. King Air 567 Golf Juliet.
Good job.
Yeah.
Number 934 Mike Alpha, that traffic is passing off your runway, cruise signal factor.
Alright, I'm going to go direct to Boone now, so let's put that in, we'll activate it, and come down here and nav it. So 076, I need to set that in here. There's good old Cedar Lake. I'm going to have to deviate. I'm going to have to do it on heading because they're going to bring us right through that little patch of clouds right there. So back into heading, and I'll just go around these clouds and then I'll bring it back around to Boone. Once we get to the north of these clouds. There's Cedar Lake looking nice. We have time to shoot the approach still, right? Yeah.
Yes, it. How do this work?
The synchro phaser?
Synchro phaser.
Synchro phaser.
Synchro phasers.
Yeah, you could just say prop sync.
Prop sync.
Yeah, just say prop sync. That's a hard word for you guys.
Okay.
That's even a hard word for us. Just say prop sync.
Prop sync.
Because that's what it is right here. Prop sync right here. So that's it. And King Air 567 Golf Juliet. So we're the south side of Cedar Lake. 7,000 descending. I guess not. It's too nice out.
Come on, it's so nice.
Oh, here we go.
10 miles.
KKD traffic, Champaign Hunter, Romeo.
Alright, I think we're good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and direct, activate, nav, and then put in 084. So 084 in here, and it should do it for us.
Traffic is by E-90, Romeo, thanks.
I'm going to read my landing checklist.
Roger. I will activate that. 339. Alright, so go ahead and engage the autopilot. So that's that button right there. Then nav. So got it navving. Okay. And then use this to adjust your altitude. So just a little bit. Because if you do a lot, it's just going to dive down. So just kind of tap it enough just to get it going in a descent. And then we'll be good.
We did the NF26 approach. Final post code 263. We only have the local altitude just 19, so our minimum is 1,160 feet. If we don't have the right inside minimum, we go with procedures with climbing left turn to 2,400. Wet visual and hold. And forward.
Good. Alright, so we want to go to 004, so I'm going to set that over here for you, so that the airplane will make that turn. 004, set.
Yeah, what's up? All the turbine tests are on my computer. All you gotta do is press a key and it'll pop up. You pick whatever one you want. Awesome, thanks.
Griffin traffic 24352 is area left downwind for 26 Griffin.
Ian, bunt.
What?
Bunt.
Back in an hour.
Thank you, traffic. 09 kilos on the ILS for practice approach 4 miles out.
KENL traffic, pipeline 84 Papa northbound.
Alright, I'll slow us down a little bit more here.
KENL 1500.
Then you remember if you wanted to grab 24, what you gotta do, right? Just go ahead and bring the nose up a little bit. There we go, with the fingers, and then hit Alt. Go hit Alt. Right there, altitude capture. Right there, make sure that it does altitude hold here.
Okay.
Grabbed it, so that's good. So we should be able to capture, so we'll watch it and monitor it to make sure the autopilot does that. So it should capture it and start us down on the glide path.
24352, so on file for Griffin.
So now, once you have it set, just leave it. Because once you do it, it kicked it off. So just hold it, and it'll hold it. Now it'll vary a little bit because pressures are changing. And it's an older autopilot, but it will hold it good enough to keep us within our limitations and within standard, I should say.
Okay.
Alright, just making sure the traffic is clear because we're not on IFR flight plan. We're just doing this for practice, so we're just watching and making sure everything's good. I'm going to add just a touch of power here. We are getting a little bit slow, and we don't have approach flaps in yet. And when we get over Regimo, we'll make that position report with Griffith and let them know that we're inbound. The RNAV runway 26 at Regimo.
Okay.
Alright, 264.
Good traffic, KENL 567 Golf Juliet on F26 approach right over the regional Griffin.
Griffin traffic, September 552, party runway 26 Griffin.
Alright, so it grabbed it. We see LNAV, VNAV. Glide path will come in pretty soon, and it should start down on it.
Good traffic, KENL 567 Golf Juliet 5 miles on final on F26 approach, full stop Griffin.
Alright, we see it.
Golf Juliet heavy.
I captured it, so we're starting down. And gear down. That's telling us that it's not ready for the reverse because we need to be able to put those forward. So we're going to put those forward and we'll bring that. We have prop sync off. We have the auto feather is armed. Gear is down. Gas is good. We're set. So it didn't grab it for some reason, so I'm going to go ahead and start it down on my own. It grabbed it for a second, took us down 200 feet, and then it stopped. So I'll direct it. In fact, I'm just gonna take this and fly it myself. And that's what you're monitoring. You're watching everything, and if the airplane doesn't do what you wanted it to or expected it to do, then a lot of times one of the best ways is just to remove the automation. In other words, like I just clicked off the autopilot, and I can just hand fly it. And like any airplane, just like the 150s that you flew, it's an airplane. So if the automation fails or doesn't work properly, don't sit there and just let the airplane fly off into no man's land or do whatever it wants. Just take control and manually fly it. And it's not a big deal.
Okay. Traffic, KENL 560 Golf Juliet 2 miles on final on F26 approach, Griffin.
500.
Roger.
Griffith traffic King Air 567, Golf Juliet by taxi on 26, Griffith.
After landing checklist.
Okay. After landing checklist, landing line and taxi eyes. And eyes protection
Is off.
electrical load.
Check.
Entry
It is set.
and flaps.
Up.
And after landing checklist complete.
Roger, thank you.
Griffith traffic King Air 567 Golf Juliet, clear for active Griffith.
Watch that right wing.
Yeah, high enough. Go ahead. It's clear. Go. Very good.
Traffic 4 o'clock. Say altitude 0 miles.
Alright, shutdown checklist.
traffic at Palo
Parking brakes.
runway 26, full base.
Set.
And inverters, inverter.
Traffic, Skyline 4 Papa transitioning south.
Off.
And the light switch.
Field fault.
Off.
Auto feather switch.
Off.
And the fuel control heat switch.
Off.
Okay, the master cockpit light switch. And the battery and generator switch.
Off.
Off. Okay. Good.
That is how fun is
Yes,
done.
sir.
What'd you think? Very first flight in the King Air.
I liked it.
You're doing good. You're doing
I
good
like
with your
this
call
one.
outs. We'll go in there, talk a little bit more about it and everything else. You want to say goodbye to the folks? Tell them goodbye in Chinese and give them a good saying from China.
Oh, okay. 再见. Is it?